Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. As reported by some sources, Roma are in advanced talks to sign Leonardo Bonucci. I've given up. I have given up. Not this after I said what I said in yesterday's live stream. Wanting a young player profile project. I have given up. What the hell are we doing? Signing a 36 years old who not only can't lift himself up anymore, not only he breathes Juventus since he's a little kid. What is this signing? I mean, I am speechless. It's just, it's bleach. It's bleach to our body. It's bleach to our eyes. It's bleach to our hair. Bleach it all, because this is, I've reached that stage where I've given up. We keep on signing these deadwood, useless players that you really ask yourself, what is our original plan? What is our central project? What are we planning to work towards? What is our long-term project? You know, what is the clear idea that this project is bringing? And look, I've used the word project so much over these past days, and this is exactly why I'm using this. Because in an emergency where we need a defender, we are signing a 36 years old who is a scrap at Union Berlin, who, with all due respect, or like in relegation zones in the Bundesliga, I've lost it, and I will lose it, because I'm not understanding where we're bringing this to. I'm not understanding what the long term of this project is. It really doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Number one, it doesn't make sense because it's coming 1 week after Mourinho said something very big and very loud. You know, he literally has said after that Bologna game, this project isn't working. Maybe it's time to switch things around. And I'm willing to stay. I'm willing to be part of something which I've never been part of in my life, because, you know, Mourinho's an immediate success manager. He's always got the massive players, something which Roma he can't have. He has specifically said after that Bologna game, which in my opinion had to act as a turning point, maybe it's time to change things, because the fitness, the quality of a lot of these players who we sign, these deadwood players, is not good enough. And 1 week later, we've got us in advanced talks with Bonucci. Like, come on, give some coherence to this entire thing. And then another reason is I've read a few days ago, I've read yesterday that, you know, Roma wants a clear out. Roma wants to clear out to start a new project. Chalobah cleared out, Christensen cleared out, Renato Sanchez cleared out. So what we're effectively working towards this summer is clearing out the scraps, clearing out the unfit, clearing out the unwanted. But yet, in an emergency signing, we are signing at 36 years old. It doesn't work like this. You need coherence. You can't say, oh, I want something new, and then 1 week later you're interested in signing Bonucci. That's not how it works. Bonucci was one hell of a great defender, but he's lost it. He's 36 years old. It's the nature of a sportsman. He's not the same player anymore, and it's not even a surprise that he's a scrap at Union Berlin. Union Berlin, ladies and gentlemen, or close to the relegation zone in the Bundesliga. I mean, again, with all due respect, I love Union Berlin, I love their history, I love their culture, but you can't tell me that the Bundesliga is a competitive league. You just can't convince me in saying that the Bundesliga is a competitive league. And he's not even playing at Union Berlin. He wants to go back to Italy. Why is it that it's always us who needs to get the scraps? You know, I just don't get this. I really don't. I'm not speechless. I'm speechless. I really don't know how to phrase this, because yeah, I just don't know where we are bringing this to, and it's worrying. I am worried. I am extremely. This is exactly why I've mentioned the word project so much over these past few weeks, because I am genuinely worried of what our future is. Because if you're signing Bonucci in January, then your future isn't looking good. Oh boy, it's not looking good. I'll tell you that. I can guarantee you that. Because, again, Bonucci might come and he might score goals, he might defend well, he might become the leader of this changing room. But you gotta look long term. You gotta look at the future. You know, we signed Bonucci. Let's say we do sign Bonucci. How on earth do we sell Bonucci for more than what we signed him for in the future? Like, he's 36 years old. He's retire, just retire. And that's, that's exactly it. Name me one player in this current Roma squad which we can sell by making more money than what we signed. Name me one. I've asked this question towards yesterday's end of the live stream, and obviously I ended up ending the stream. Answer this question now. Name me one player that Roma can sell and that they can make more money than what they paid for, or what the total salary is for him. And I don't mean like, we bought him for 10 million and we sell him for 11 million, because yeah, that is a profit, but that's not going to change anything. You need massive profits in nowadays. So yeah, it's I don't agree with this. I mean, I didn't. People might agree. People might disagree. I know Bonucci has got a massive mentality fan base. I know a lot of people who like Bonucci like his mentality, and they will argue that he will bring a massive leadership and a mentality. And I'm not arguing that. I'm the first one to say that the reason Italy won that Euro was was because of Bonucci and Chiellini in defense. But again, it's the long term. He might guarantee you some incredible 6 months. He might. It might be a great short-term move. But then you got to sell him. Then you have to sell him. And we will not make the money more money. We won't make a profit. Because no team will spend money on a 38 years old. 37 years old at the end of the season. It's just, yeah. But again, to every positive news, to every negative news, there's a positive news. Because apparently, when you now look at the broader situation, I am reading that. Now again, this hasn't been confirmed by Fabrizio or by Di Marzio. This has been confirmed by people who know the Roma environment and have direct contacts with people like Enrico Camelio, which again, I don't necessarily trust. So this Bonucci thing could be fake, I can warn you. But everybody is talking about this Bonucci-Roma move being an advanced talks, which I don't agree on. But a lot of these journalists who did launch this rumor said that Bonucci will come, but Roma's also interested in signing a young defender. So yeah, it's not just Bonucci. Because if it were only just Bonucci, then we could literally end it here. It makes more sense if you look at the broader thing. Roma want to sign Bonucci on the short term, improve the leadership and the mentality in that defense, to get a replacement like Smalling, and then also buy somebody young, like we discussed at the start of this week, Chalobah, or someone like Tiat, or someone like Solé. So that's the plan. But again, are we able to do that? Because I don't want to get fooled anymore. Because I'm not dumb. I don't want to get fooled again. This summer, everybody was saying, oh, we're going to get a striker and a centre-back. Don't worry, we're going to get a striker and a centre-back. Don't worry. And then we only managed to get a striker. So if the plan is to get two defenders, Bonucci and a young defender, then okay, I will accept it. Even though I will never get Bonucci in this team, I will accept it. But you need to guarantee me that you are going to get a second young defender. It's not like you sign Bonucci, then you can't find anybody, and then the transfer market closes. Because that is the definition of an incompetent general director. What's his name? Thiago Pinto. So, yes, okay, if signing Bonucci does mean also signing a young player, I can understand this. Still, I wouldn't sign him. I'd rather get two young players than Bonucci and a young player. But if that's the case, again, I'm not the one who decides, so obviously I will support it. But you got to guarantee me that you are gonna get another defender, because if we just are with Bonucci, it's just not good enough. It's terrible planning. So yeah, he can guarantee you good performances. I'm not saying he can't, but you need to look at the broader scheme of things. You need to look at the fact that you got to look at his age. You got to look at the non-profit deal. You got to look at the fact that he's a scrap at Union Berlin. You got to look at a lot of things. Signing, you can't just buy a player because he'll guarantee me 3 months. That's not how it works. That's monopoly. Go play monopoly. Go invest money, and then if you lose, you lose. You win, you win. This is serious. I don't want people to joke around here. And I've said this last season. I will say it again. Roma is no joke. I want people who will take things seriously. I want a clear direction of where the Fredkins, Lina Soluku, Thiago Pinto. I want to know what their intention is and what their long-term project for this team is. Because if we keep on signing scraps over deadwood over scraps over deadwood, it does not take a genius to understand and see that this project is bringing us nowhere. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we mentioned yesterday about Bologna's project. I want to see that. Will it work? Will it not work? We'll never know if we don't try it. So yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, let me know what you think. Would you get Bonucci? Would you not get Bonucci? And also the other thing is, again, I tend to be a traditionalist in a sense that I tend to follow traditions, but I'm also the first one to say that having a traditionalist view is not gonna bring success to your football club. So I'm a bit mixed here. You know, under some decisions, I'm like, okay, I want to follow a traditionalist view. I don't want to go against the unpopular. I don't want to go against the popular opinion of the majority. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, if a decision goes against the popularity of the fan base, but it brings benefits to the team, then I'm the first one to say, go for it. You know, I'll give you a great example here. I'll give you a massive example. And this example is Matic. I'm not linking Matic back to Roma. I know a lot of people have gone, Matic, bring him back. And he's falling out with Ren too. And there was this little dude on Twitter who launched the rumor that Roma might be interested in bringing Matic back in January. And I saw the comments section and everybody was going, oh no, he's a fucking traitor. No, don't bring him back. Absolutely not. He destroyed this. I agree. I don't want to bring players back in a team if they didn't respect the team. But I'm also the first one to say that if we bring Matic back, our midfield increases from this to this, and it's beneficial for the team. Matic isn't coming back. It's just an example. It's the same as Bonucci. You know, maybe it's not a perfect example because I don't see anything positive from the Bonucci deal. But what I'm trying to say here is, you know, a lot of people are going, Bonucci's always breathed Juventus. Bonucci has always been a dickhead against us. Bonucci's always been and has always bled Juventus. He's always died for Juventus. Why do I need to bring somebody in my team who, first of all, is not going to bring anything to this team? And second of all, you know, he's always been a Juventus fan. Now, forget about the fact that Juventus and Bonucci broke up because of his renewal thing. But Bonucci bleeds Juventus, and that's a fact. So, again, it's one of those deals which makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense whatsoever. I was wrong with Azmoun. I criticized him very quickly, and I've taken my responsibility. If Bonucci comes and he starts scoring goals after goals, and starts playing incredible, keeps clean sheets over clean sheets, I can guarantee you that I will never hype that guy. Because in the long term, it's going to ruin our finances. He might be great if we buy him for the next 6 months, but then what happens with him? So I can't be positive about this transfer. There is nothing which makes sense to it. I would rather get somebody like Chalobah and somebody like Tiat. Maybe it's a bit more expensive, but it's more beneficial. And benefits are better than sacrifices. You know, yeah, I just don't get this. People who want him, I'm not. If you like Bonucci, again, this is just my opinion. You know, if you wanna, if you've got to say about Bonucci, then feel free to comment in the comments. If you like Bonucci, I'm no one to say he's a terrible player. Bonucci has an incredible career, and he's got an incredible leadership. But this deal, in such a moment, makes no sense, especially in certain circumstances where we already have injury-prone players and deadwood in our team. So no, Bonucci, it's a no for me. It says if you love Roma, sub to Roma Theory. I hate Roma, but I subbed. Thank you, mate. You're a legend, even though you're not a Roma fan. I hate this move, says Chris. Well, Simon, if you keep supporting UEFA, then Roma will never spend well. Super League will make Roma stop loaning and getting free agent nonsense. I'm sick of this restriction, that makes no sense to this topic, mate. That makes absolutely no sense to this topic. I've said this in yesterday's video. Supporting the Super League means killing traditionalist football. I will never support the Super League. Have I said that, oh, I'm not supporting the Super League, but I'm going to support UEFA? No, I've not said that either. I've just said that I'd rather keep things like this instead of following a path which is only and singularly to do with money. And, you know, the fact that restrictions, stop loaning and getting free agent, I can guarantee you that with a better scouting department, we would get somebody younger than Bonucci, faster than Bonucci, more fit than Bonucci, more long-term than Bonucci, and probably spend less money. Because if you've got a good scouting department, you will do that. Look, it's easy. It's easy. You know, Bonucci isn't a low-cost operation. Yes, okay, he's not earning the amount of money that Lukaku would earn, but Bonucci would still earn quite a bit. He wouldn't be the minimum player to have wages in this team. And I can guarantee you that with a better project in our minds and with a better general director and with a better scouting department, we'd probably get somebody better. He may be okay on a short-term deal until next summer. Maybe, but again, then what do you do next summer? You got to sell him and you're not going to make a profit. And that again, it's just... Union Berlin are the worst team in Europe competitions. Bonucci will join and play one match, then will retire. I heard Matic also wants to come back in January. I haven't heard that. As a Union Berlin fan, I feel like Bonucci has no positive impact on the team. Tammy Abraham, he could sell for more than we bought him. Maybe. When do you think Dybala's back on the pitch? I miss him so much. He'll try and be back for Juventus. But he will try to be back. He isn't confirmed to be back against Juventus. I want Bonucci, not a lot of money, and he can provide, I think. Players on the Roma team, it's not like they've been Roma fans until Roma fans like us for their whole life. No, I agree. But they certainly haven't been Juventus fans who bleed blood for Juventus and have always been dickheads against us. Don't forget that. Bonucci has always been a dickhead against us. Bonucci will be fine short term. He never had pace anyway, but he reads the game better than most defenders. Bonucci was always one of Lukaku's toughest opponents. Yeah, but I agree. But look at the tense that you're using in that comment. Bonucci never had pace. Bonucci was always one of Lukaku's toughest opponents. Of course, Bonucci was a great defender. But is Bonucci now an incredible defender who will guarantee you good defense and security? I don't think so. You might think so, and I'm not criticizing you because everybody has their own opinions. But I just don't like this deal. I'll cut it here. Please don't sign Bonucci. Can we really get no one else? Says Dr. Shield. I agree. Right. I am going to talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 23rd. Stadium vlog and fan forum tomorrow. Match reaction on the 24th on the morning. And then we can wish each other a very happy Christmas after the Napoli match reaction, the 24th. And yeah, talk to you soon. Let me know your opinions and thoughts on this deal. Do you like it? Are you against it? Are you pro? Let me know benefits and all of that. And if you agree, talk to you soon. Smash a like, subscribe, enjoy your Friday evening. And what's Lazio doing, by the way? Lazio playing, right? Lazio winning. Bloody hell. Right. Talk to you soon. Simo out.